Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Wendy Chen. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in today's headlines, we join Tzu Chi volunteers across the United States as they hold the Buddha Day ceremony in their local chapters. At Tzu Chi's Tri-Celebration in Myanmar, the Buddha ceremony attracted some 4,000 participants who came to share the Dharma joy. And from today, we begin a new series of feature reports, The Power of Love in Japan, where we meet bereaved family members of the 311 disasters who finally overcome their loss with love. This year, Tzu Chi volunteers from the Philippines held their Buddha Day ceremony in the local Marikina Sports Stadium. Apart from government officials, religious leaders from different organizations also arrived to participate. There was also the first time volunteers organized for participants to stand in Tzu Chi logo, lotus flower and Bodhi leaf formations. At 4 in the afternoon, rain starts to fall at Marikina City in the Philippines. Tzu Chi volunteers standing in Bodhi leaf formations and other participants all put on raincoats or take out their umbrellas. The ceremony host asks everyone to pray together.
Let's take this moment,
a silent moment of sincerity, to pray together and hope that we are able to continue with the ceremony.
After some 10 minutes of collective prayer, the rain finally stopped, allowing the ceremony to begin on time at 4:30 p.m.
Everyone, 请合掌. Please put your palms into your heart. Tzu Chi volunteers and Tima medical staff together sing the Buddhist texts and march towards their tables to offer a flower and pay respect to the Enlightened One. More than 15,000 people arrived to take part in the Buddha Day ceremony. This year, for the first time, volunteers organized for participants to stand in patterns such as the Tzu Chi logo, lotus flower and Bodhi leaves. After months of practice and hard work, volunteers, medical staff and people from all walks of life together make the Buddha Day ceremony in the Philippines' Marikina Sports Stadium a success. Following the Buddha Day ceremony in the Philippines, Tzu Chi volunteers also held a rice distribution where they handed out 20 kilo bags of rice to some 9,831 families. The joint event not only helped residents gain Dharma joy, but also filled their hearts with Tzu Chi's love and blessings. The scented water. Okay.
In the Philippines, this is the first Buddha Day ceremony with over 10,000 participants. People from all walks of life and various religions are here to take part. Though the 20 kilo bag of rice may be heavy to carry, knowing they don't have to worry about food puts a smile on each of the residents' faces. Marikina City Mayor Mr. Guzman not only takes part in the ceremony, but also helps the volunteers distribute rice to the residents.
This is a good opportunity to promote our city to other countries, and most importantly, people will see Marikina's actions and efforts in supporting Tzu Chi.
Despite the sudden downpour, residents patiently line up to wait for their turn. A total of 9,831 families received rice.
We want to let the Master know that we're working very hard and that the rain will not stop us.
The large-scale Buddha Day ceremony and rice distribution is another example of how Tzu Chi's great love transcends all boundaries. In the next report, we bring you Tzu Chi's Buddha Day celebrations all the way from the east to the west coast of the United States, where Tzu Chi volunteers in New York, Houston, Dallas, San Jose, San Francisco and San Dimas put their efforts together for a memorable day for local residents of all ethnicities and faiths. Apart from the ceremony, volunteers in North California also set up a game area to promote the concept of conservation work and vegetarianism and encourage the participants to only eat 80% full.
The day is young and Tzu Chi volunteers have already gathered at the U.S. Tzu Chi headquarters in San Dimas, California. For the annual Tzu Chi Buddha Day, Mother's Day and Global Tzu Chi Day ceremony that commences with a dignified procession.
The most important thing is to work with people in your community, to invite more to take on the Bodhisattva path.
Some 450 volunteers dressed in blue and white stand in a Bodhi leaf formation.
Some volunteers are down with heat stroke, but they're going to go through with it to complete the ceremony.
This year, more than 4,000 people are taking part in the celebration of Buddha's birthday at the U.S. Tzu Chi headquarters.
The most important things I see here is discipline, and you see the compassion, and wow, how organized you folks are. This was an absolutely beautiful experience.
Further north in San Francisco, volunteers have been busy handing out invites 2 weeks before the Buddha Day ceremony. Volunteers also go into shops to spread word of the celebrations.
All right. Come on and get a hat there.
Oh, sure.
Sure. Seen you for a long time. Come on here, sweetie. How you doing? Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you, too.
The Tzu Chi Buddha Day ceremony that is held in Japantown brings all participants together to indulge in a moment of serenity and reverence to remember the wisdom of the Buddha. Also in the Bay Area, at the Tzu Chi Tri-Celebration at the NGO's Northwest Region chapter, Dharma masters and members of other charity organizations have come to share in the joy of the occasion.
As everybody was singing and they were swaying back and forth as they walked, I don't know, I got tears in my eyes. It was so beautiful.
In addition, volunteers have also set up a games area to help people embrace the concept of environmentalism and vegetarianism.
By combining games with the ceremony, we hope to encourage people to eat only 80% full and give the other 20% to the needy, and also volunteer for the needy.
Meanwhile, in Houston, Texas, the Tzu Chi Southern Region chapter is today filled with more than 100 volunteers and community residents, whatever their religion, to celebrate the Buddha's festival.
To me, Buddha is like, in the Christian religion, Christ. Okay, he's the leader, he's the prophet. Okay, and people learn from him.
Further up in Dallas, the day began early at the local Tzu Chi chapter house, where volunteers worked quickly and efficiently to set up the venue. More than 500 came to mark Tzu Chi's yearly Tri-Celebration, including all the teachers and students from the local Tzu Chi Academy. Casino Park in Flushing, New York gets a makeover today as the host of Tzu Chi's Buddha Day ceremony. The majestic ceremony was put together by 200 volunteers. Among the 1,500 people in attendance, Yoichi Nagayama from Japan became a vegetarian after he was inspired by last year's Buddha Day ceremony. He also quit his job as a sushi chef for a more animal-friendly career.
My job was a chef, and we couldn't make it in last year. Now I'm working with organic vegetarian food. I'm trying to be a start from the beginning.
Participants bring their loved ones to the ceremony to also celebrate Mother's Day.
You're thankful you have the people in your life, especially on Mother's Day.
Throughout the United States, Tzu Chi's Tri celebration served to remind people to be generous with their love and gratitude.
Staying in the United States at the U.S. Tzu Chi headquarters in St. Dimas, California, some 80 team members brought their family along to participate in a local Buddha Day ceremony. Free dental checkups and weight loss consultations were also made available to attract more public participation. Tzu Chi volunteers were also on site to promote organ and bone marrow donations as well.
At the U.S. Tzu Chi headquarters, medical personnel are helping put together a Buddha Day presentation.
Today, we're very grateful for the participation of our team members. Whether they're Chinese medicine doctors, Western medicine doctors, dentists, or pharmacists, some 80 of them have come and even brought their families along.
Through the ceremony, participants reflect upon their actions and cleanse their spirits. The event is also open to the public, in hopes that more people will be inspired to better themselves.
Thanks to Master Zheng Yan's compassion, we have a chance to gather our members in Southern California. Here we have dental checkups and weight loss consultations available. More importantly, we also promote organ and marrow donation.
Combining community service with the Buddha Day ceremony, volunteers hope to spread the positive message forward in Southern California.
In Asia, Tzu Chi's Buddha Day ceremony was held for the 4th consecutive year in Myanmar, with some 4,000 people in attendance. Among the participants, volunteer Lin Jihua joined the event despite suffering from cancer.
The line in red is formed by some 80 Buddhist nuns from different abodes.
Though Tzu Chi's Buddha Day ceremony is different from ours, it is more structured with set rituals, which helps pass on Dharma joy. The Tri celebration should be promoted so more people may experience the bliss.
More than 4,000 people participated in a ceremony held in Yangon, including Tzu Chi scholarship recipients, care recipients, and farmers who received Tzu Chi's rice seedlings.
Last year, Tzu Chi helped our village by donating rice seeds. Buddha Day is a Buddhist festival. As Buddhists, we should join the activity.
The solemn atmosphere also touched a retired serviceman.
I'm honored and thankful to be able to join the Buddha Day ceremony. Through the ceremony, I have come to experience joy and cultivate respect for Tzu Chi.
A lot of people contributed to the ceremony's success. Standing on the platform is Lin Jihua. He was diagnosed with cancer last year and just finished chemotherapy.
I do feel tired more often because of the low and white blood cell counts. But when I serve, I don't particularly feel uncomfortable physically or mentally. The pains are gone temporarily.
These scholarship recipients clean the window glasses again and again. They also help with marking the floor and moving boxes around.
I'm glad to see the students doing volunteer work and join the Buddha Day ceremony that was infused with love.
More than 100 volunteers helped deliver Buddha's blessings to the 4,000 participants. All the volunteers felt that their hard work paid off when they saw the ceremony so well received.
The next story takes us to Indonesia. Tzu Chi volunteers chose to hold this year's Buddha Day ceremony outside Jakarta's Jingsi Hall. Volunteers only expected 5,000 people to take part. However, some 7,000 turned up to join the tri-celebration, taking the participation of the Buddha ceremony to a new level.
Here at Jakarta's Jingsi Hall, 16 Buddhist leaders paying respect to the Enlightened One marks the opening of the Buddha Day ceremony in Indonesia. Apart from the religious leaders, Jakarta's governor also arrived to participate. More than 7,000 Tzu Chi volunteers, members and community residents prayed sincerely for world peace. Through walking in circles while chanting Buddhist scriptures, volunteers and participants not only gain wisdom, but also inner peace.
To some people, garbage may just be garbage, but to Tzu Chi volunteers, recycling turned garbage to gold, and GOLDS helps run charity work. Recently, a group of students receiving Tzu Chi scholarships in North Jakarta joined in the recycling efforts to learn where their scholarships came from. Let's take a look.
Many people get up early to exercise in the park. However, Tzu Chi scholarship recipients are here to collect recyclables as they exercise as a way to help contribute to a healthier environment.
Menarik juga ya. I think recycling is interesting. This is how I learned that my scholarship came from recycling trash.
Freshly learned that recyclables can be turned into charity donations to help people. He says he's thankful to all the volunteers who contributed to the conservation effort.
Garbage means a lot to me. Although we receive scholarships, we must work hard too. We need to put into action the reduction of garbage in Jakarta. I'm really glad that today I can lead them in helping the environment. It's only natural that they do something for themselves.
In the end, the park became cleaner and the students' minds and bodies were refreshed in the process.
When the earthquake and tsunami hit the northeast coast of Japan on March 11th last year, it not only wiped entire towns off the map, but took the lives of some 15,000 Japanese people. Those that survived often had to go on living with the devastating loss of their family members. In our new 6-part series of feature reports, The Power of Love, we travel to Japan to follow the lives of families that are struggling with the loss of loved ones and the normal, stable life that they once knew. In the first of our series, we meet Zhang Jun, who lives in the city of Ishinomaki in Miyagi Prefecture. Zhang Jun's daughter was lost along with 73 of her classmates from Okawa Elementary School when the tsunami hit the town. With her daughter dead and her husband out of work, Zhang Jun felt like she had nothing to live for. Fortunately, she was lucky enough to meet Tzu Chi, who infused her life and that of her husband with new purpose and hope.
My daughter was very healthy. She never got sick. She was always the first in all the races she ran in.
Opening up her photo album, picture after picture of Zhang Jun's wonderful daughter appears.
They have yet to find the body of her teacher. The others have almost been found. They found my daughter's body 5 days after the disaster.
5 days after the 3/11 tsunami, rescue workers brought the body of Zhang Jun's daughter home to her.
At that time, I just wanted to die. I felt like I had nothing to live for.
From the remains of the school, Zhang Jun found her daughter's old coloring book. In it, both daughter and mother live on.
She wrote, "Mom, I'm so sorry, very sorry. Look, she drew herself looking at you like this. Very cute."
With their daughter gone, their home in ruins, and Zhang Jun's husband jobless, at times death seemed like salvation. On October 2011, Tzu Chi's disaster relief team arrived in Ishinomaki.
When I went to pick up my consolation cash, I felt that love that was emanating from the Tzu Chi brothers and sisters. That love helped light up my way and allowed me to find my way home.
With her consolation cash, Zhang Jun didn't buy anything for herself or her family, but instead bought a load of fruits and food that she then brought to the distribution venue to share with others.
My daughter didn't finish walking the road that was to be her life, so to bring completion to her life, I'm helping others.
After joining Tzu Chi, Zhang Jun was given a copy of Master Zheng Yan's Jingsi aphorisms.
Whenever I found myself getting negative or thinking of my daughter, I would open the book and read a few passages and remind myself that knowing contentment is a blessing.
A year after 3/11, Zhang Jun and her family moved from the northeast to a government housing project in Tokyo.
After finishing it, this can be used as a bank and money can be put into it.
Donning on her volunteer vest, Zhang Jun encourages others to cultivate a field of blessing with her.
My daughter would be happy seeing me do these good deeds, so I try to help people as much as possible.
Zhang Jun also brings her 7-year-old son along to Tzu Chi events. While Zhang Jun's husband takes to the streets of Tokyo to spread the word of Tzu Chi.
Can I have a moment of your time? This is a photo exhibition of the 3/11 disaster. You're welcome to attend. 3/11 was a day people will never forget. Receiving the help of others and then helping in return. Being part of these volunteer activities, I have slowly started to change.
Today, Zhang Jun is here at the Tokyo chapter house to help prepare rice balls for several sitting.
Making these rice balls for them makes me feel very happy. These rice balls are all for you. They are a little heavy, so be careful. Thank you.
With a brilliant smile, Zhang Jun is doing her best to continue her daughter's dream of helping others and learning to better her life and those around her in the process.
People living in solitude are always forgotten in times of festive celebrations. Thus, prior to the Buddha Day ceremony in Taipei, Tzu Chi volunteers visited a few elderly people who have trouble moving about and were unable to attend the event. Volunteers thoughtfully held a simple ceremony inside the senior residents' homes and also provided haircut services. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. Goodbye.